Hey there, thanks for joining me, and Happy New Year. This is a special HAUL-iday edition of What the Haul. So you want to see what I scored last month? Let's not waste any time, let's jump right in. I'm Mark, your friendly neighborhood comic book guy, and this is Comic Book Revival. Welcome back. Let's just cut right to the chase and dive right into this treasure trove like Scrooge McDuck. First up, a series that's absolutely captivating me, Minor Arcana. I just picked up issues 3 and 4 last month, and let me tell you, Jeff Lemire is weaving a story that is so unique and so engaging, it's like nothing else that's on the shelves right now. And the art is just mind-blowing. He uses a coloring technique, which is very reminiscent of watercolor painting. And it gives the comic a dreamlike, almost ethereal vibe that you really have to see for yourself. Up next from Oni Press, these guys never disappoint. I picked up Cruel Universe number 5 and the holiday one-shot Shiver Suspense Stories number 1. If you like your Yuletide served with a side of carnage, this is for you. And facsimile fans, rejoice. You know me, you know I'm a sucker for facsimile editions, and DC did not disappoint this past December. I picked up Green Lantern 59 and Flash number 1. This issue of Green Lantern features the first appearance of Guy Gardner. And if you're like me and you don't know much about this character, don't worry, we're going to be seeing a lot more of him, bowl cut and all, in James Gunn's upcoming Superman film. But in the meantime, you can find out how it all started in Green Lantern 59. And Flash number 1, that's a 1940 classic featuring the Golden Age Flash, Jay Garrick. And that comic also includes the first appearance of Hawkman. So how cool is that? I only picked up one Distillery Media book last month. And let me tell you something, they know how to do the holidays right. This is a one-shot called Through the Boughs, a Yuletide offering. And it's an anthology collection of whimsical and dark stories. And it's not full-on horror, but it's perfect for those who might want something spooky and unique to read at the holidays. Okay, now let's move on to our collected editions. Okay, first up we have Captain America Omnibus Volume 3. This bad boy collects issues 149 to 192, and it takes us firmly into the legendary Steve Englehart and Sal Buscema era. So at this point in the comic, Stan Lee hung up his writing gloves and the fans were ready for a change. Fans craved a fresh perspective on Cap, and Englehart delivered. We leave behind the World War II stories and dove headfirst into the turbulent social and political issues of the 1970s. This resonated with readers who were looking for a more contemporary, relevant Cap. Englehart wasn't afraid to explore the dark side. We're talking disillusionment, political corruption, and the erosion of the American dream. His writing forced readers to question, is Cap, a symbol of hope, still relevant in a cynical world? And this era's got a defining moment. Cap ditches the shield and becomes nomad. Talk about a game changer. It reflected his disillusionment with the government, and it left a lasting mark on Cap's history. And the artwork. Let's not forget about Sal Buscema's art. It was the perfect match for Englehart's gritty stories. His dynamic and expressive art brought the action and emotions to life. It elevated the series and made it a visual masterpiece. Okay, so do you remember how excited I got when I told you about the new DC imprint, DC Finest? Now, the big selling point of these books is that these are collected editions that are curated specifically with the new reader in mind. And let me tell you, I went all in. Some of these were gifts, some of them I purchased, but yeah, there you go. I got 7 in December. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about them, but we'll just go over them real quick. We have 0 Hour, The Event, Part 1. Part 2 is coming in 2025. Catwoman, 9 Lives. The Legion of Superheroes. Justice League of America. Green Lantern. The Flash. And Justice Society of America. So what drew me to these? What is it about these books that is making me just buy them up left and right? Well, there's a few things. First of all, the price point. They're very easy on the wallet. For the contents, for what you get and the quality, I think they're very reasonably priced. They're visually stunning. They're aesthetically pleasing, both in the packaging and the interior. The pages are good quality. It looks like they're put together in a way that is going to be easy to read. And if you're like me, trying to navigate the DC universe and trying to find a way in that isn't going to be too overwhelming, these are gold. Hopefully they're gold. That takes me to my next point, which is to say that I'm going to be spending a lot of time with these books, and I'm going to test that theory. Are these a good jumping on point for new readers? Are these books going to leave me with a feeling of understanding the characters and the stories? Or am I just going to be as lost as I would be if I just picked up a bunch of random comics? I'm challenging you, DC. I'm going to see if these actually live up to their promise. And I'll report everything back to you. And before I go, I've got some non-comic book stuff to share with you that I got for Christmas. This is horror stuff. And if you don't want to see this, you want to skip past it, I don't blame you. No judgment on my part. But the way I look at it, it wouldn't be a wonderful Christmas time without a little bit of horror. Am I right? Okay, so first up, I have a signed screenplay treatment, which is basically the cover page of a script, which was signed by Ari Lehman, which was the first actor to play Jason in the first Friday the 13th film. And I'm assuming this is a replica, but the signature itself has been authenticated by Icon Autographs. Very cool, very unique piece to add to my collection. And I'm a big Friday the 13th fan, so I think that's very cool. I also have 2 NECA figures from the Universal Monsters line, and I haven't taken them out of the box yet, but I'll show you. First up is the Mummy, played by Boris Karloff in the classic film. This is the ultimate mummy figure. I don't know how well that's showing on camera. Hopefully you can see it okay. Very cool. I'll show you again once I've taken it out of the package and posed it somewhere with my other ones. And I also got my celebrity crush, the Bride of Frankenstein, played by Elsa Lanchester, the original Scream Queen. And I just love this figure. It's very simple, but also incredibly detailed and articulate. Very cool. That's all I have to share with you this month. What are you reading and collecting right now? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed today's video, please consider liking and sharing it. And don't forget to Hulk smash that bell. Not only does it feel good, but it's good for you too. I hope you had a great holiday, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.